Hello students, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is creating frames in HTML. HTML frames are used to divide your browser window into different sections where each section can load a separate HTML document. Till now, we have noticed that we can include only a single HTML document in our browser window, but it is possible to include a number of HTML documents into a single web browser. So, this can be possible using the HTML frames. A collection of frames in the browser window is known as frame set. So, frames are useful when we want to display another web page at the same time. In this example, you can see we have included three HTML documents: frame 1, main page, frame 2. To create three frames, we first need to create three different web pages to be displayed as shown. To use frames on a page, we use frame set tag instead of a body tag. Notice in this example, we have not used body tag. Instead, we have used the frame set tag. It is also a container tag. The frame set tag defines how to divide the window into frames. It specifies how we should divide the browser window. The row attribute of a frame set tag defines horizontal frames, and the calls attribute defines the vertical frame. We can divide our browser window in two ways: row wise or a column wise. In this example, we have divided the browser window row wise as we have given the attribute rows. See, in the output, that is in the browser window, we can see frame 1, main page, and frame 2 row wise. But instead of a rows wise, we can also divide our browser window column wise. For this, we will give the attribute here calls. For example, if we give frame set calls equals to 25%, 50%, 25%, then browser window would look like frame 1 vertically. It will divide the vertically main page and then frame 2. So calls attribute divides the web page vertically, while rows divide the screen horizontally. The frame tag defines which HTML document shall open in the frame. After the frame set tag, we use the frame tag. It tells which HTML documents you want to include in the browser window. See, in this example, we have included frame1.html document, next main page.html, and then next frame2.html. These documents are included in the browser window. Notice in this example, we have given attribute values of frame set rows 10%, 80%, and 10%. So first row and the third row, that is frame 1 and frame 2, will occupy 10% of the screen, and the middle one, that is main page.html document, will occupy 80% of the screen area. You can look here that only 10% area is occupied by the frame 1 and frame 2, and 80% of the space is occupied here by the main page document. Similarly, in another example, in calls equals to, we have given 25%, 50%, 25%, and the output is frame 1 has occupied 25% area, main page has occupied 50% area, and frame 2 has occupied 25% area. Remember that total percentage of the frame size should be 100%. It should not be less than 100% or not be greater than 100%. Also make use of a wildcard, that is asterisk symbol, which will take up the remaining space. For example, here in this example, we have specified calls 150 and then asterisk 150. Here I have specified in pixel size. So see, here output would be 150 in pixel, and the remaining part is occupied by the main page. Example of nested frame is this. Here you can see we have divided the browser window first row wise 30% and 70%, and then included the frame1.html document, and then again we have divided the browser window 40% and 60% size column wise, and then included the pages that we want to include. Attributes of frame set tag. Calls, as I have already told you, this specify how many columns are contained in the frame set and the size of each column. Absolute values can be given in pixel like 100, 500, 100. We can also give it in percentage like 10%, 80%. We can make use of a wildcard 10%, asterisk 10%, or a relative width of a browser window. To create 3 vertical frame, you use 3 asterisk, 2 asterisk, 1 asterisk. Rows attribute works like the calls attribute. Attributes related to frame tag are source. This attribute is used to give the file name that should be loaded in the frame. Its value can be any URL name. This attribute allow you to give a name to a frame. Frame border. If there are borders in the frame, then this attribute specifies the frame border. Margin width. This attribute allow you to specify the width of the space between the left and the right frame border and content in it. Margin height. This attribute allow you to specify the space between the top and the bottom of the frame border and its content. No resize. By default, you can resize any frame by clicking and dragging on the borders of a frame. So though if you specify the no resize attribute, we cannot no longer resize our any frame. Scrolling. This attribute controls the appearance of the scroll bars on the frame. This takes values either yes, no, or auto. Example of frame border attribute is this. See, we have mentioned frame border equals to 0 and there is no border in the browser window. Next is the example of resize attribute. If we specify no resize, then we no longer will be able to resize our frame. If you do not want scroll bar in the frame 1 but want it in another frame, you can modify the code like this using the scrolling attribute. Scrolling equals to no. You can also give yes or auto.